Have you ever noticed how some people seem perfectly at ease? Alone? No crowd, no noise, no constant need for attention. They're not running away from the world. They're quietly detaching from it, as if silence belonged to them. But the question is, why? Why do some people prefer solitude, while for others, being alone feels unbearable? Stay until the end, because what you're about to discover isn't just a personality trait. It's a way of thinking, a way of feeling, and sometimes a way of surviving. For some people, solitude was never a choice. It was a wound that slowly turned into armor. Imagine a child often ignored, judged for being different, too quiet, too dreamy. After being misunderstood too many times, they learn that the outside world isn't always safe. So they build their own world inside themselves. And that's where the love for solitude begins. Not as rejection of others, but as self-protection. Psychologists call this an adaptation strategy. When your environment hurts you, your brain learns to seek peace elsewhere, in silence, in reflection, and in your own inner world. But that's only part of the story. There are also those who consciously choose to be alone, not out of pain, but out of clarity. Because they've realized solitude isn't emptiness, it's space. A space where you can finally breathe, without needing to please anyone. Where you can think, without interruption. Where you can simply be yourself, without a mask, without fear. And here's the paradox. The loneliest people aren't always sad. Many of them are deeply connected to themselves. They've learned that inner peace is worth far more than shallow company. They don't need crowds to feel alive. They've traded the noise of others for the clarity of their own mind. Some people find peace when they're alone. Their mind becomes quieter. Ideas start to connect. In solitude, creativity finally awakens. It's not escaping the world. It's understanding it better. When you're alone, your nervous system calms down. You stop comparing yourself. You stop pretending, you just breathe. That's why people who spend time alone seem calmer. Being alone teaches you authenticity. You stop performing for others. You rediscover what actually matters to you. You stop living to please the crowd. Solitude helps you listen to your own mind. You notice patterns, emotions, triggers. You start to understand who you really are. Being alone frees you from social pressure. No more comparisons, no fake perfection. People who spend time alone feel more satisfied. They live on their own terms. Solitude isn't loneliness. It's returning to yourself. Once you taste that peace, you stop chasing the crowd. Silence becomes your home. Studies in psychology show that people who enjoy solitude often have a high level of introspection and emotional independence. They are less influenced by others' opinions, and they make decisions based on their own values, not social pressure. Researchers call this autonomous regulation, the ability to guide your own life without needing approval. So next time you see someone who prefers being alone, don't judge them. Maybe they're not fleeing society. Maybe they're fleeing falseness. Maybe they're not cold. They're just at peace. And maybe behind that calm exterior lies a strength few can understand, the strength of a free mind. Because in the end, solitude isn't weakness. It's often the refuge of strong minds, the ones who no longer need the world's noise. To know who they are. If this video spoke to you, if you recognized yourself in these words, subscribe. Here, we explore real psychology, the kind that makes you reflect on yourself and on others.